August 1st, 2016. Quick video, guys, so the upload time doesn't take long and you have time to actually watch the video that we're looking at now. It's a live stream. It's already live, and I think Donald Trump's supposed to speak around 7 p.m. depending on the time when they can get in and out. But guys, there's been some very low down dirty tricks going on with the media promoting Hillary and saying now that the polls are favoring her. We all know that's a lie, and it's created quite an outrage from a lot of people. And now certain folks are even including Reuters, the news agency, and being part of this paid-off New World Order system. We know it's there, and we have done many different polls since this election process started, guys. Poll after poll. I've seen Trump at one point on one of our first polls at around 1,200. And he was still dealing with about 8 or 10 different Republican candidates also. But Hillary would always have from 3 to 10 thumbs up. Now, I'm going to link to the rally that's coming up. It's in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And I think he's going to come out and attack some of these lies, because instead of talking about policy, I'm talking about the Democrats, all they can do is attack Trump, because their policies have been failing for 30 years. And they're afraid because they're really so far behind because of the ground swelling of votes for Donald Trump. They're so far behind that they know they're going to lose their jobs if they don't rig this. And so we know, for you guys that have been watching my videos for a long time, that this has been planned. You've seen the copies of the Albert Pike letter many times talking about how this would be brought on. The mass immigration, it said we will unleash the nihilist. And to bring down civilization. We've seen through the current administration 30 years of the same thing. The Arab Spring, which decimated the Middle East as far as many of the countries, and caused the Syrian migration. Turkey's about to do the same thing again, and it's all over the Middle East. Why? It is to create the chaos, spread the immigrants, regardless of their ideology, into every nation, to make it a one world level, obedient slave nation. Slave planet. And then what will that accomplish? Remember what the Pike letter says? To bring in the doctrine of Lucifer. I'll post that letter or the link to it. Many of you have seen it before. But what I want to do is, we're going to do our own poll again. I don't care if you know that I'm biased. It doesn't matter, because CNN does polls, Fox does polls, CBS, ABC, they all do polls. Now, I will say this about Fox. They are not pro-Hillary. And if you have to watch the political news, at least you can tell that. But the rest have completely sold out. Completely sold out to this one world order. And we were told this was going to happen. And it's not about America anymore. People that are burning the flag, that attacking the Trump demonstrators, guys, and the Bernie Sanders demonstrators, who are they? I mean, they're Hillary supporters. What is their agenda? It's called order out of chaos. But they know, just like Joe Biden said, that they will be fired. And they're in a panic mode. But regardless of who you are voting for, and again, all the polls that you see, 99.9% of them are lying. They rig the questions. They rig the area that they do the polling in to favor one candidate or the other. Say they're going to do it, get 1,000 people involved. They can go into a Democratic area that is pro-Hillary. Now, what we're doing is actually a worldwide poll, because we do trade worldwide. Trump talks about getting that trade balanced and fair. So everyone in the entire nation, planet, on the planet, needs to either vote thumbs up or thumbs down for their candidates. It's going to be a straight up Trump or Clinton. And every time we've done it, it's 1,000 to 1. And I guess the reason I'm doing the video, guys, is because I've talked about a groundswell of votes will destroy this rigged polls and the rigged voting and the delegates. We saw what happened. Remember the Republican convention. A couple of days before it actually kicked off, we watched the Republican committee go in and shut down the people that wanted to free the delegates to vote their conscience instead of what the state sent them there to do, as an overwhelming number of Trump votes came in. But Hillary got in there with money and Soros and bought the delegates off. So we have to vote. You have to get people to vote. I don't care who you vote for, go out and vote. But if everyone votes, we will see the truth. They will not be able to hide it. And it's a constitutional right, and it's all a constitutional duty. I don't care who tells you it doesn't count. If people that do YouTube videos and they cover this type of information, and then they come on and do a video and saying, I'm not going to vote because it's rigged. Who is paying those people? Are they under the Democratic Soros payroll to tell you don't vote, it doesn't matter, when we've seen what has happened? Remember a year ago when every Republican candidate said that Trump could not win it? He would not be the nominee? They're all wrong. They were all wrong because of the groundswell. So encourage everyone to vote. I'm going to link to this. It's going to be starting in a few minutes. Guys, it's a heads up. Be safe.